Welcome to Schooling CBSE Class 8 Social Science Geography. We are going to look into the chapter 1 Resources. We shall now look into the topic Resources. What is a resource? Anything that has some utility to satisfy our needs that is found abundant is known as a resource. Resource is a cultural concept. Any physical material constituting part of the earth that people need is a resource. Natural materials become resources when humans value them. Human beings are important resources because their ideas, knowledge and skills lead to the creation of new resources. Types of resources. There are three types of resources: natural resources, man-made resources, and human resources. Natural resources. The resources which are drawn from nature and used without much modification are known as natural resources. Human-made resources. When the original form of natural resources is changed by human beings to make it more useful, then it is called man-made resources or human-made resources. Resources can be classified on the basis of development, on the basis of origin, on the basis of distribution, and on the basis of stock. Resources. Human resources. People are human resources. Education and health help to make people a valuable resource. By providing proper education, creating an awareness, by giving training to them and providing good health and food care helps to make them a valuable resource. On the basis of their development, resources are classified as actual resources and potential resources. On the basis of their origin, resources are classified as abiotic resources and biotic resources. On the basis of their distribution, resources are classified as ubiquitous resources and localized resources. On the basis of their stock, resources are classified as renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Actual resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity is known. Rich deposits of coal in Ruhr region of Germany, dark soils of Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are some examples. Potential resources. Those resources whose entire quantity may not be known and which are not being used at present time are known as potential resources. Example, uranium found in Ladakh may be used as a potential resource. Resources, natural and man-made. Resources may be natural, human or human-made. Natural resources are those that are taken from nature. They are used without modifying them, that is in the same form as they exist in rivers, lakes, air, soil, minerals, trees, mountains, etc. are natural resources. On the basis of level of development of resource, a natural resource can be actual or potential. An actual resource is one which is used currently. We know their quantity. Examples are coal deposits. A potential resource is one whose utility is not known at the present or is not used despite having utility. Instead, it may be useful at some time in future. It means that it has the potential to have utility although it does not have any today. Examples include uranium deposits in Ladakh. Biotic and abiotic resources, ubiquitous and localized resources. Abiotic and biotic resources. Abiotic resources are non-living while biotic resources are living. Soils, rocks and minerals are abiotic while plants and animals are biotic resources. Ubiquitous and localized resources. Resources that are found everywhere like the air we breathe are ubiquitous resources, but those which are found only in certain places are localized resources like copper and iron ore. Biotic and abiotic resources. On the basis of origin, a resource can be abiotic or biotic. A biotic resource is one that has life, examples, plant and animals. An abiotic resource is non-living, example, soils, rock, furniture, books. Natural resources may also be classified as renewable and non-renewable. A renewable resource can be used without any risk of its ending up. They exist in unlimited quantity, for example, solar energy and wind energy. On the other hand, use of non-renewable resources need to be controlled since once they end up, they cannot be renewed. Examples, coal and petroleum. On the basis of distribution, a resource can be ubiquitous or localized. A ubiquitous resource is found everywhere like air. A localized resource is however found in certain parts of the world only, like we cannot find coal everywhere. Non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished very quickly. Example, solar energy and wind energy. Non-renewable resources are present in limited stock, and once they get exhausted, they may take thousands of years to renew. Example, coal and petrol. Here are some examples shown for you for renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Conservation of resources. So it is understood and shown in the picture that we have to conserve the natural resources and take only what we really need, because it might get depleted or exhausted. So we have to conserve the resources, otherwise non-renewable resources will get exhausted and we may face a shortage very soon. Any substance, living being or service that has utility is said to be a resource. A resource has some value. The value can be associated with money. That is, you have to pay money to get it, or just mental satisfaction. When you look at a beautiful painting or scenery, it feels pleasant, so that the painting or scenery has utility. So some examples of resources include books, stationery material, clothes, utensils, furniture, your teacher, school, rivers, water, electricity, and so on. So what is resource conservation? We should use the resources in a judicious and well-planned manner. Whatever we need, we can utilize, but not more than that. We should not waste the resources. So resource conservation is the concept of using resources carefully so that they do not end up quickly. The future generations also need the resources, but if we keep using them at a fast pace, they may end up thus posing problems for the future. We should use resources in such a manner that it is a balanced way that we satisfy our needs as well as conserve them for the future. This concept is called sustainable development. So we have borrowed everything from our forefathers. The same way we have to hand it over to the future generations also. We can contribute to sustainable development by switching off the lights when not needed, by recycling things and using them again and again, and in many more ways.